Hey everyone, it's Nikki. Welcome back. I have one DIY for you today. I found this wooden box while thrifting, and apparently it was used as a cat scratching post, but we're going to make it look cute again. So I started by using my embossing gun to warm up the little star just enough to get my paint scraper underneath and pop it off. Even if something's attached with wood glue, a little bit of heat really helps loosen it up so you can lift it away. And then I took my sander and went over all the surface. It doesn't completely remove the cat scratches, but it does smooth things out nicely and gives me a better base to work on. And so I sanded the entire thing except for the inside. Then I grabbed this milk paint. It came from Sweet Pickins. It actually came in my Sonnet's Maker's box, but it's actually by Sweet Pickins. And I'm mixing it 1-to-1 ratio. So I'm adding 2 ounces of milk paint and then another 2 ounces of water. And I gave it a really good mix. Then I set it aside for about 10 minutes. And once it rested, I mixed it again before going in and painting. I painted the entire piece, inside, outside, everything, and gave it 2 full coats. Milk paint dries rather quickly, but I left this overnight. I brushed on a layer of Extreme Guard Satin just to the top, and that's by Paint Couture. And after that dried, I brushed on a layer of liquid patina. And this is going to be what my fiber paper sets down into here in just a moment. And liquid patina is by DIY. It's both a medium and a sealer, and it's one of my favorite products to use since I've been introduced to it, and one of my favorite things to use for decoupage. So this paper is actually by Redesign with Prima. It's gorgeous. I absolutely love this fiber paper, and you can do either side, whichever direction you want it to go in. That's one thing I absolutely love about that too, is that it's reversible. And I let that dry real well. And then I took some of IOD's transfers. I just love Cardinals and holly berries, so this fits perfectly with my paper. And I placed that design down right on the front of my box, and the holly berries right down into the corners. And so with transfers, you just place your image down and begin rubbing and pull your transfer sheet back as you go. Now, transfers typically prefer to have a sealer down first, but I find with IOD transfers, I do not have to do that. However, if I'm working with Redesigns transfers, I do have to have a sealer down first. Otherwise, it won't transfer. Then I sealed everything in with Sweet Pickins Dark Wax, and I used a little white wax mixed with it to do the inside. A quick reminder, you're gonna wanna seal in milk paint because it's water soluble, and if it gets wet, it's gonna reactivate and ruin your project, but this is how it came out. Now, if you wanted to recreate this, you could totally paint the top white before adding your fiber paper. But I decided not to, and I'm glad I didn't, because I just love the softer, more subtle look that it gave instead of being bright white. And I think this project turned out so lovely. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. And as always, comment, like, subscribe. I just reached my milestone of 1,000 subscribers, and I want to hit my next milestone of 2,000. So thank you so much for being here and spending part of your day with me. Until the next one, bye.